Game 5 of 7 at Brownsburg in the 7-game Sneakers for Santa shootout, and it's 2 of the top 10 teams in the state in Class 4A hooking up, Lawrence North and Noblesville. Today's game is brought to us by Galitco and Daly. They go to work for you when you can't. Log on to indianaworkers.com. By Unranked Hoops, Indy's first Euro-style basketball academy. Check out unranked.com. By the Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only game you need to know. By Lawrence Township Schools. Learn more about Lawrence excellence at ltschools.org. And by LD Smith Plumbing, the big dogs of plumbing. Alongside the Hall of Famer Pete Smith, Rob Brown with you for Game 5 of 7 between the number 7th ranked Lawrence North Wildcats and the number 3 ranked Noblesville Millers. Millers come in at 1-2, fresh off a 56-40 loss at Fishers last night, the number 1 team in the state in Class 4A. Lawrence North has played just one game, and that was last Saturday against Addicts. That was a 74-72 home win. Our officials in this one, Chris Nesselrode, Kyle Long, Sean Binford. Noblesville in the home whites, the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. Lawrence North in the forest green road uniforms, red lettering and numerals trimmed in white. We'll get to the starting lineups as we roll through this first quarter. Adam Fine, Justin Curry II. Back cutting under the bucket, but unable to find the mark was Evan Magsman. Baron Walker and Max Flanagan, the 5 for Lawrence North. Rebound ricochets to the wing. Duke Carnes runs it down.
Both teams starting in man-to-man here. Rob, just wanted to check in here for a second as you got the starters.
Cameron Webster, the point guard. The 3 is knocked in by Shandon Gilbert, the Warren Central transfer. Brennan Miller, the leading scorer for this team, the junior all-star. Complete the starting 5 for the Wildcats. Max Flanagan blocked from behind by Duke Carnes. Flanagan got the rebound, and the pass deflected out of bounds.
Flanagan had a great game last night. He had 4 threes for the Millers. Millers led at 2, led by 2 at halftime.
2-point lead, and then Fishers had a 14-0 run to start the second half to pull away.
Was just a little bit too much for Noblesville to get back into it. They grinded pretty well. Couldn't quite get back into it, but Flanagan had, to my knowledge, one of his career highs, if not his career high, with 4 threes.
2 off. He had a 14-point game in the season opener against Hamilton Heights. So Flanagan has started the season with double figures in 2 of the first 3 games. Curry, a fadeaway 3 is off the mark. And Carnes brings it the other way. Webster, speaking of career highs, Webster had a career high 19 points in that season opening win against Crispus Attucks.
Yeah, he'll get more shots up this year with the lack of McGrew there in the post as Duke Carnes fires at 3. Really good outside shooter there.
Did not mention Britton Thomas, number 22, in green and red as the 5th starter, the 6'3" senior. Played last year at Park, his first 3 seasons at Park Tudor.
Right, so a couple of new faces. 3 familiar faces for the Wildcats, and meanwhile, Noblesville, all 5 kids been in the program for a long time as Flanagan throws it away.
Miller with the deflection. Thomas scooped it up. Webster in the lane draws contact from a couple defenders. It's a pick your defender on the foul, and it's on Curry. Curry's first and the team's first. Curry, the Valparaiso University commit. And it looks like Flanagan has some blood on on the side of his face.
Luke Fogg will check in, or at least he did run in to check in right away. Yeah, Flanagan, they're going to have to
A nosebleed, it looks like.
Take care of him a little bit, but Luke Fogg will come in. He's a really good role player, 6-foot junior. His dad was in the basketball program, and I was the coach at Noblesville.
There you go.
Back in the early 90s, 91 to 94. Travis Fogg. You got to clean up the floor here.
Yep.
You know, tough start for Noblesville, 1-2. I mean, they're a top 10 team in the state, but Plainfield, they ran into a Plainfield team that defended very well against Justin Curry. I think Curry was like 5 of 24 from the field.
Plainfield was very impressive in Game 2 earlier today.
Yeah, what happened earlier today?
Beating a very good New Albany team in Game 2. Yep. Princeton won Game 1 that began this morning at 10 o'clock. Princeton defeated Charlestown 68-54. Plainfield, we mentioned, beat a very good New Albany team 75-65 in Game 2. Brownsburg defeated 1A Liberty Christian. Liberty Christian, one of the top teams in 1A, ranked 3 in the 1A poll this week, are the Lions of Liberty Christian. 68-46 was that score. Brownsburg on top. And then the game just prior to this one, Cathedral was a strong second half, defeating South Bend St. Joe 78-71.
Good block out by Fine on the weak side board.
There's Barron Walker, the Butler commit. So 2 Division I guards in the backcourt for Noblesville in the persons of Curry and Walker. Curry tried to find Magsman on the roll, and another deflection by Miller. Miller with the Euro step finish.
Man, that was a nice play. I've enjoyed watching him get better every year. He played a lot as a sophomore. Last year, played a good role with that team he had, and this year he's got to be the man for LN.
Magsman couldn't find the errant pass, and Scott McClellan wants an early timeout. We'll keep it here with 5:24 to go. Pete, I want to continue that point, though, on Miller. As Miller has worked his way through this program, he's always been a second and third option, though, and been a guy that's rebounded, hit perimeter shots, and scored when asked to score. But this year he's got to be, as you said, he's got to be the man. He's got to be the primary option. And it will be interesting to see as the season progresses how he responds to that challenge.
It will be. He's I don't want to say he's just been able to come up comfortably because he's had so many great players around him, from Stink Robinson, Kai McGrew, the great players they've had. And this year he's got to be a more of a look-to-score guy, and I think he'll try to. He's an unbelievable kid, wonderful kid. As Noblesville comes out after the timeout in a 2-3 zone.
We talk about Division I players in the persons of Curry and Walker. Brennan Miller, also a Division I commit to SIU Edwardsville. Curry with the steal and finish, and the Millers are on the board after the timeout.
Well, you think Duke Carnes would play big into this three-point barrage here they have to get after finding Noblesville come out in that 2-3 zone. LN's best three-point shooter, Duke Carnes. LN jumping everything. They're switching on screens. They're going to try to trap the guards out front whenever they can. Not a deep LN team this year. They will as they come along. I think they'll get deeper, but didn't play a whole heck of a lot against Attucks in their opener win.
On the wing, Walker for three. And a foul on the rebound.
You're going to call Gilbert for the block out a little bit too far. I think that was either him or Thomas. I couldn't tell the number.
And two defenders there. It's going to be Thomas.
It was Thomas, okay.
Thomas is first, the team's first. Baseline out of bounds for the Millers. Trailing 5-2. These teams kind of feeling each other out in this first.
Evan Magsman was wide open. Barron didn't decide to pass to him. Barron Walker.
Webster to Thomas. Back out to Webster to reset. Flanagan had his.
Oh.
There's Thomas for three, just nicks the front rim.
Got lucky because they were not all in the same defense. Fogg was playing man. Noblesville was supposed to be in a 2-3 defense. That's why it was open. He went with a cutter.
Walker looks back to the bench. Now attacks Miller in deep. Got in too deep, did Walker, but both defenders had gone underneath the backboard, allowing Walker for the putback.
A whale of a player. Great driver, great penetrator, willing passer. That's what I think intrigued Coach Thad Mata and the staff at Butler about him. We talked about him several times.
Has yet to get his offense on track this year. His scoring, I should say, to be more specific. Just 7 points in the last 2 games.
Now he's going to be, though, more of an assist guy, bring the ball up guy. You know, they lose the kid from Fort Wayne this year. That he's probably out for the year. He's got an ankle injury.
And it'll come to me here in a minute. Fine with the foul. His first, team second.
Jackson.
Yes.
Jalen Jackson, great player at Carroll High School and then UIC.
Miller's shot's blocked by Magsman. As Flanagan's return had his bloody nose cleaned up and ready to go. So
they'll go back,
Flanagan's in.
and they'll go back to man-to-man matchup is much better for him when Flanagan's back on the floor.
Davis Baker has come on for Lawrence North, as has Darian Prather, a couple of sophomores who played off a little bit off the bench last year as JV varsity swing players last season as freshmen. And Prather takes the foul, hip checking Walker as Walker turned the corner.
Fogg stayed in the game and Curry left, so I have to keep an eye on Justin Curry to see how long he's going to be on the bench, the Valpo recruit.
Trey Cunningham has come on for the Wildcats, 6'1" junior, number 12.
Played a little bit as a sophomore.
Yep. Low scoring first quarter. We're inside 3 minutes. 5-4 the score. Lawrence North on top. Curry's back at the table for the Millers.
This is a Noblesville pace. They like to grind it out, make you work every possession on defense.
Walker tried to pass out of the double team, and the Wildcats were quick to contest. Pass knocked out, and they say that Walker touched it last. So Curry is back in, and Fine takes a seat. Lawrence North has already played 3 off the bench. Noblesville 1. See if the Wildcats can find space in this 2-3 zone. Baker's 3 clanked off the back of the rim, and Miller commits a foul out on the perimeter at the other end. Miller's first and the team's third. Cooper Smits has come in for the Millers, 6'2" junior. As my partner said, a deliberately paced first quarter. Walker for 3, got it.
There, the good set shot, good play. Brought him down off the ball side block and then pinned down for him. Got his feet set. LN didn't adjust defensively on him.
Noblesville scored 7 in a row. Grab its first lead of the game.
Noblesville's zone has been effective so far, except not Webster, I'm sorry.
That's Davis Baker.
Davis Baker, I recognize by his hair from last year. He nails the 3, good 3-point shooter.
3 off the bench. That's the first Noblesville points, or Lawrence North points. Wraparound pass by Cunningham. Carnes tried to force it in. Now Walker jumped the passing lane, anticipating with Miller in pursuit, and Walker lays it in. 7 points for Barron Walker. Baker may have turned it over, but didn't. Now Baker gets it back on the kick out. Corner 3's over the rim. Now Scott McClellan says, let's walk it up and settle down here.
He always walks it up. That's just his style. He likes to be in control and play the pace of the game that he feels comfortable with. A lot of passes, a lot of cuts. There's a back pick for Flanagan.
Flanagan, scoop shot up, in, and a foul.
Wow, great basket by Max Flanagan.
Used the left hand with a hard drive. Foul is on Baker. his first and the team's fourth. Flanagan at the line for one. Flanagan in double figures in 2 of the first 3 games to start the season. Left-hander went the strong hand on that drive. Missed the free throw, however. Lead is 3. Final 45 seconds of the first quarter.
Yeah, I think LN's going to hold it for one against this 2-3 zone. Yep, going to hold it for one. Carnes is out of the lineup. That's one of their better, if not best, three-point shooter returning for the Wildcats. So make the call here with 20 seconds to go what they're going to do against this zone.
Webster out by the timeline with 15. Now with 10 they'll go. Miller triple teamed, had it taken away. Curry trying to get it off. Did he get it off? No. Just after the horn and the light. Boy, a hair too late.
Let's take a look at it here. I'm going to reserve my opinion until I see the light come on.
It's a great call.
It's a great call. I'm giving a thumbs up to the officials. They can't see me, but they don't have the opportunity to see the replay.
That's a great call.
That is a great call.
Great job by our crew to catch that just on the hands of Curry.
How good is our crew?
Stellar.
Man.
11-8 the score. Noblesville leads Lawrence North by 3. We'll take a break, come right back. Quarter 2 up next on the ISC Sports Network.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know. What's in a name?
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
Rob Brown, Pete Smith, back with you. We move to quarter number 2 of this Game 5 here at Brownsburg. Noblesville leading Lawrence North by the score of 11-8.
It's been a completely different contest since Noblesville went zone, though. LN's not had anything easy, and there's another turnover. Curry on the steal.
Curry leans, tries to draw the contact, does. No foul call, but Curry converts off the window. 4 for Justin Curry. Barron Walker leads all scorers, pacing Noblesville with 7 points, 3 apiece for Davis Baker and Chandon Gilbert. Wildcats had just 3 field goals in that first quarter. 5-point Miller lead. Baker a 3, long one off the front rim. One-hand rebound, collected in deep, got in underneath the bucket, did Prather.
Blocked
Second
by
put back
Walker.
Attempt blocked by Walker.
Wow.
Gilbert's back in. Let's set the lineups for the Wildcats. Webster, Baker, Gilbert, Thomas, and Miller. That's the starting 5, minus Carnes, who's Baker's in for Carnes. For the Millers, Fine, Curry, Magsman, Fogg, and Walker.
Going to call Walker for
Walker,
a push.
Yep, on the push foul in the back of Miller. First foul on Walker. First on Noblesville here in the second quarter.
Walker gives up about 5 inches, but Coach Scott McClellan told me Barron Walker guards the best player on every team, whether he's a post or a guard. He's just that great a defender, pretty much.
And on cue, Walker gets a deflection. It's loose on the floor. Baker.
Oh, Walker got another foul.
Baker threw it off the foot of Fine to get an inbounds possession.
Oh, that's a tough foul. That's 2 on Barron Walker. So
Yeah.
right away, Max Flanagan is going to check back in for the Millers on that one. So their team's leading scorer in the contest so far. Going to sit down for a little bit with 2 fouls. We'll see how long Coach McClellan stays with him.
And we'll keep it here. Keep it here as Barron Walker picks up 2 fouls in the first minute 15 of the quarter. Chris Shields is one of Indiana's top officials. Saw Chris before the start of this one. He's responsible for the assignment of the officials for many major events, including the Sneakers for Santa shootout. Want to become an IHSA official? We need you. Scan the QR code on your screen now to find out how easy and rewarding it can be. Plus, your first-year license is free.
Out of the timeout, Noblesville is going to stay in the 2-3 zone. But now Adam Fine at 6 foot will go down to play that baseline spot with Walker out. You would think Curry on offense would take most of the shots now, or Flanagan. LN really having trouble finding an open shot against this zone.
Miller down the baseline. Put it up, put it in, off the board.
And you were talking about the role change this year. Brendan Miller's got to assert himself and be able to score on drives like that for the Wildcats to have another winning season.
And Lawrence North went 7 minutes before with that Miller bucket. Stopped a 7-minute span where they had just 1 field goal in that 7 minutes.
It's Curry time.
Magsman scores
off the Curry
over the
pass.
smaller defender.
Yeah. Evan Magsman, that's a Hamilton Southeastern name. Evan playing for the Millers. Back at you, Brennan Miller, elbow jumper, found the middle of that zone. Full court pressure put on by the Wildcats.
15-12, teams exchanging hoops to start as we move into the middle stages of this second quarter. Curry picks up the deflection, takes Miller into the lane, splits the defenders, and a foul called.
Justin Curry gets to the line a lot, Rob, because he contorts his body very well and keeps that ball away from his body where he can qualify to get a shot off. So he'll shoot a pair of shots here. The call's going to be against Britton Thomas. That is Britton's second foul, the 6'3" senior.
Curry shoots 2. Indiana Junior All-Star last year was Curry. Had a career high 29 against Plainfield in the season opener.
Yeah, I said earlier he was 5 of 24 from the field against Hamilton Heights in their opener.
Yep.
Yeah, he bounced back really great with 29 against Plainfield.
And Curry's got the steal to the rim, put it down with the right hand.
6 quick points in the second quarter for Justin Curry now that Walker's on the bench.
Baker with a big 3. Second 3 off the bench in the game for Baker, and Lawrence North needed that bucket. Back to a 4-point lead. Curry thought about the 3, and Miller closed out, and Webster jumps the passing lane. Webster had 6 steals in the opener against Attucks. Always an active defender.
He is. He's always very quick. He's a ball hound. Just follows that ball. There he goes. There, boy,
And
Johnny
there's
on the spot.
Steal by Webster. Looks back at the defender to check where he is and lays it in. I'm sure there's an analytic somewhere that measures it. On the back cut, Curry on the conversion on a nice bounce from Magsman.
Yeah, great offensive set. That's what the Millers like to do. Now they'll fall back to 2-3 again.
Pace quickening here in the second quarter. And a nice slice into an open space by Gilbert. That's a pretty move by the sophomore Shannon Gilbert. What I was going to say was, I'm sure there's some analytic that measures it, but if there was a way to measure steals converted into breakaway layups by a deflection, all involving the same player, Webster's got to be toward the top in the state leaderboard.
I think you're right.
Flanagan forced out near the bench. North wanted a 5-second count.
He got
and
the
Curry
travel anyway.
Traveled as that Lawrence North pressure, forcing the ball out near the timeline. And Walker will come back in with 2 fouls.
All right, 3:13 to go. I always like to say make a mark on that when he comes in with. It kind of played into our game previously when I was talking about
certainly
when
did impact the game
Nick
in the previous
Shrewsbury,
game.
yeah.
With South Bend St. Joseph's Nick Shrewsbury playing with foul trouble.
Good hands there by Adam Fine to cause the turnover.
Curry driving kick, at least for Flanagan. Walker picked up by Miller on a switch. Walker takes Miller into the lane. Miller held his ground and gets the stop.
Nice job by Miller on defense. Doesn't get credit enough for his defense also the last couple of years.
Webster might have gotten away with a shuffle there out front.
So did some of the crowd and the Noblesville staff. If you can hear it in our headphones, then you know they made it pretty loud on the court too.
Yeah. Thomas looks it over. Now Miller. Trying to find the space. There's the travel. Lawrence North has done a better job here in the second quarter, but by and large, the Wildcats have had difficulties finding the avenues in that 2-3 zone.
They're losing, they're losing the battle right now because they want to play a different pace. And Noblesville is controlling the pace by just playing the 2-3 zone and taking about 7 or 8 passes before they shoot it or get a backdoor cut. That's their goal. There's the backdoor cut there, but Brendan Miller saw it and was in good help position.
Flanagan for 3, hits it inside 100 seconds. First 3 of the quarter for the Millers. That pushes the lead back to 5, but Gilbert is there at the other end to get some momentum back. It's a 3-point game. Walker backing, turning, couldn't get it to go. Taps it up, and Webster first to the loose ball. In the corner, 3 for the tie. Baker knocks it in.
Transition baskets.
3 threes off the bench for Davis Baker. Boy, has he been big.
Well, I kind of thought I'm sorry, Rob. I thought he'd be a starter this year. I know he's going to play a lot of minutes, but knowing what they lost and what they had coming back, but a couple transfers coming into LN has moved him to the bench. What a great, valuable guy to have off the bench, Davis Baker.
Walker off the 1-4. See if the Millers play for a final shot. Both teams with fouls to give as the first half winds down. Walker, played by Trey Cunningham. Not close enough to initiate the 5-second count. Walker to the basket, put it up and in. That was way too easy.
9 points for Baron Walker.
Here comes Webster. Baker, 3 for the lead. Kicks up and over the top with 1.3 to go.
And then just let the clock run out. No
Throw
need
it in, and that'll do it. So Baron Walker's basket gives the Millers a 2-point lead as we head to the halftime break. 26-24 is our score. We will take a break, come back and tell you all about it as the halftime show is next here on the ISC Sports Network.
The MSD of Lawrence Township embodies educational excellence, unlocking the full potential of every student we serve. Where innovation meets tradition, our students excel in welcoming, safe, state-of-the-art facilities. A traditional public school district, Lawrence Township boasts a 95% graduation rate. On the court and in the arts, our students excel. Join the Lawrence Township family, where learners thrive, surrounded by values that resonate with home. Lawrence Township, your destination for a brighter future.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today for $50 off any plumbing repair, big or small.
We build kids up from the ground up. It's not so much about where you're at.
In most programs in Indiana, it's teams and it's games, and it's teams and it's games.
They're playing in a bunch of games and not really having any type of system or structure to their routine, to their development, to their growth.
Trying to find more of a balance, more trainings, less games, skill development, basketball IQ.
Accountability. Once you walk through those doors, energy and effort's on you, the individual.
4 to 5 days a week, really trying to build a player that is prepared for going into their middle schools, going into their high schools and beyond.
You have objective criteria you have to meet to move on to the next class. That gives kids a sense of dedication to work to get towards something.
We're not here chasing rankings. We're trying to develop basketball players.
So you should not worry about getting ranked at such a young age.
We're going to push you to limits that you probably didn't know you can get to.
It's about the work ethic and less about the rankings and the notoriety. We want you to get a well-rounded basketball education.
Your home uses water all day, every day. So when plumbing problems arise, you need them fixed fast and right. The LD Smith Plumbing Crew can handle anything, from outdoor plumbing repairs to everyday water problems. Plumbing may not be pretty, but we're pretty darn good at it, and we'll always give you a fair price.
That's our dirty, stinking honest LD Smith Plumbing promise.
LD Smith Plumbing.
A dirty, stinking honest.
Call today and save up to $300 on a new water heater installed.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Rob Brown, Pete Smith back with you at Brownsburg High School. Here in the halftime show, Noblesville leading Lawrence North 26-24. Could have the first half unfolded. Had 3 lead changes in the first quarter. And Lawrence North led early 5-0. That was the biggest Wildcat lead of the first half. But then with 3 lead changes down the stretch of the first quarter, the Millers grabbed control and led 11-8 at the end of one. Millers led by as much as 7 in the second quarter at 19-12. But then Lawrence North charged back behind the three-point shooting of Davis Baker off the bench and tied it on a Baker 3 at 24 with right about a minute to go. Noblesville then played for one shot and got a driving layup by Baron Walker. Made it 26-24. Baker's 3 from the corner just missed just before the halftime break. And that settled up our score at 26-24, although Lawrence North did outscore Noblesville in that second period, 16-15. Baker's 3 threes off the bench lead the Wildcats with 9 points, while Justin Curry leads all scorers. He has 10 for the Millers. Pete, your impressions of what we saw in that first half?
Well, when Noblesville can control the pace, get set up in their 2-3 zone, LN really had troubles even in the three, you say, well, they hit a couple threes, LN did. They were in transition on fast break. They're a transition team. And just the pace of play favored Noblesville in this first half. LN's got to get a few more stops and transition baskets because it's tough for them to score against that zone. I would think Noblesville is going to stay in that zone. And, foul-wise, Justin Curry, the second, picked up a couple quick fouls. Actually, I'm sorry, Baron Walker did.
Yeah.
But he came in and gave him that lift and scored that final basket to put the Millers up ahead. So no one in real big foul trouble yet. But if I'm Coach Giffen in the LN locker room right now, I think I'm trying to figure out a way to pick up the pace, either maybe some run and jumps on defensive situations and just get the ball up the floor.
We'll take a break here on the halftime show as Noblesville leads Lawrence North 26-24. We'll have more after this. You're watching the Sneakers for Santa 2025 edition on the ISC Sports Network.
The MSD of Lawrence Township embodies educational excellence, unlocking the full potential of every student we serve. Where innovation meets tradition, our students excel in welcoming safe, state-of-the-art facilities. A traditional public school district, Lawrence Township boasts a 95% graduation rate. On the court and in the arts, our students excel. Join the Lawrence Township family, where learners thrive, surrounded by values that resonate with home. Lawrence Township, your destination for a brighter future.
Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't. Have you been injured at work? Visit your work injury lawyers at indianaworkers.com. We help injured workers. For a free consultation, go to indianaworkers.com, a division of Galitko and Daly. We go to work when you can't.
We build kids up from the ground up. It's not so much about where you're at.
In most programs in Indiana, it's teams and it's games and it's teams and it's games.
They're playing in a bunch of games and not really having any type of system or structure to their routine, to their development, to their growth.
Trying to find more of a balance, more trainings, less games, skill development, basketball IQ.
Accountability. Once you walk through those doors, energy and effort's on you, the individual.
4 to 5 days a week, really trying to build a player that is prepared for going into their middle schools, going into their high schools and beyond.
You have objective criteria you have to meet to move on to the next class. That gives kids a sense of dedication to work to get towards something.
We're not here chasing rankings. We're trying to develop basketball players.
So you should not worry about getting ranked at such a young age.
We're going to push you to limits that you probably didn't know you can get to.
It's about the work ethic and less about the rankings and the notoriety. We want you to get a well-rounded basketball education.
Rob Brown P. Smith back with you at Brownsburg High School. Set to start the second half. Lawrence North leading Noblesville by 2. Pete, you talked before we headed to break about, from a Lawrence North perspective, what we might see in the second half. From a Noblesville perspective, what do you think we might see?
Trying to get Baron Walker untracked again. He did a nice job. He started the first half with 7 points. But basically just getting Curry and Walker shots. They are the obvious guys that are going to get the shots for this team. The quality of looks is going to depend on how they execute. Max Flanagan, we talked earlier in the pregame, had a great night last night with 4 threes. He's got 5 points here, but pretty much the offense runs around those two guys. Occasionally Magsman will slip in and get a basket. Adam Fine is your glue to the team. They're just going to let him bring the ball up and do the dirty work.
Well, today's game is brought to us by Lori Law. Brady Laurie has been serving the citizens of Marion, Johnson, and surrounding counties for over 25 years. If you or someone you know is in criminal trouble or has been injured, make the call to Brady for a consultation. Let Brady put his negotiating skills and courtroom experience to work for you. Call 317-250-7783 or email bradyjlaurie@gmail.com. Brady Laurie, your criminal defense and personal injury trial lawyer. Well, this is game number 5 of 7 today at Brownsburg. Princeton and Charlestown got us started. Princeton winning 68-54. Plainfield defeated New Albany 75-65. Brownsburg, the host, defeated Liberty Christian 68-46. And Cathedral, with a strong 49-point second half, came back to beat South Bend St. Joseph 78-71. To follow us, Greg Rakestraw and the former DePaul University men's coach Bill Finland will tag in to take you home for the final two games. Louisville Male and Pike will tip just after 6:30, and then Mount Vernon and Fishers will follow that to close out the night. And earlier today on our airwaves, ISC also produced the DePaul third round of the NCAA D3 football playoffs, and the Tigers fell in that one.
Fell to Wheaton. Yeah.
To Wheaton.
Dadgummit. Set play for Curry out of bounds. Webster deflected it.
Deflected out of bounds.
Great season by the DePaul Tigers.
Oh my.
To finish that up in football. Great win over Whitewater last week.
If you go on the road and win a Division III playoff game at Wisconsin Whitewater,
yeah,
that is an unbelievable season.
Yeah. Good win for Wheaton, though. They're a sister school where I went to college at Bethel. We were sister school to Wheaton College, so very familiar with there. Been there a lot of times.
And a holding foul away from the play.
Davis Baker started the third quarter here for LN. He's in the lineup to replace Duke Carnes.
Otherwise, 9 starters on the floor for both teams.
Yep. So both sets have been to try to get Justin Curry a shot on that baseline.
That was Davis Baker's second foul, by the way.
Same play again, baseline shot. Magsman can slip it and maybe get it, but he's being held a little bit there by Gilbert.
Walker down the baseline against the contest of Thomas. Offensive rebound keeps it alive for the Millers.
And they want to set it up.
Curry stops, pull up in the lane, rolls off, and oh
Miller.
My.
Yeah.
Miller and Magsman got tangled up under the bucket. Boy, that's a coin flip call there. You could have called that on either player.
Well, I think Magsman just kind of outworked Brennan just a little bit, so he was the one that drew the foul on Miller, and I think they're going to talk about that also, to your point there, Rob.
So Brennan Miller takes the foul. That's Miller's second and the team's second. So 2 fouls on the Wildcats in the first 55 seconds of the third quarter. Walker.
Body foul. Yep. That was a little tight one there, but body foul.
That foul was on Britton Thomas. His third. Team's third. Fine. In the lane, jump stopping, missed it. And the Wildcats get a stop. That was a minute, 14-second possession.
And it was a good possession, though, for Noblesville. They drew three fouls on LN.
Thomas for 3, no good. Or Gilbert, excuse me.
Not a bad-looking shot for LN. Again, they want to score in transition, play downhill.
Curry takes Miller in the lane. Finds Walker in the corner. 3 off the front of the rim. Fine. Flew in, missed the tap. Miller sidesteps Curry, and that is a block.
Yeah, Curry just a little late stopping the driving lane. His third. Wait, I'm sorry, it's the wrong number on the board yet. They haven't put it up yet.
Oh, they call that a charge? Oh, my goodness.
Well, one referee called it a block, one called it a charge, and they had to find out which one got to make the call. Benefits the Millers on that one. I sure didn't see that one that way.
Boy. That's already the 14th foul on Lawrence North, and we're not even 2 minutes into the quarter.
LN going to their zone now. They do this a lot of times to change the pace.
Flanagan for three, no good. Curry's got the rebound.
You know, Curry's listed as 6'3", you mentioned before, and he plays bigger
Nice
than that.
bounce down the baseline by Curry to find Magsman. Well, I think part of it is his arms are so long. He certainly has the wingspan of a player much taller than 6'3".
Yeah. 4 Millers have scored. Magsman has 4 now.
And the lead is 4. Baker for three, got it. Oh, my. Davis Baker with 4 threes off the bench. He is single-handedly keeping Lawrence North within arm's length of this game.
Staying in the 1-3-1. Walker steps out now. He was in the high post.
Flanagan trying to find a space. Flashes to the foul line. Fine down the baseline. Yep.
Bravo, yeah.
Looks like Fine might have slipped on a wet spot and scooted a couple feet.
He did seem like he slipped a little bit. Not sure where he was going on that baseline.
Yeah, he had no path to
That's
success.
all under down there when you got Miller down there, Thomas and Gilbert.
So Lawrence North can regain the lead with a hoop
But again,
on this trip.
Excuse me, but again, having to play against this 2-3 zone, they have not looked real comfortable getting good shots against it. That's a tough one.
Off the front of the rim. Webster rips it away from Flanagan. And it goes out of bounds.
Couple
dismay of the
50-50
Lawrence North
calls.
bench.
Yeah, a couple of 50-50 calls have gone against the Wildcats there. Obviously, the official had the better view of it than we did up here.
28-27.
Fine out. Luke Fogg replaces him. He's got the ball there.
Walker, bounce to Magsman, takes it to the other side of the rim and scores.
Just picking them apart now in that zone. Good job of finding people and probing that defense.
Well, as you've pointed out, Pete, Noblesville is more than content to be deliberate at the other end offensively, especially with a lead. Halfway through the third quarter, the lead is 3. Baker up top. Baker has been much more effective as a wing catch and shooter with 4 threes in the game. They'd love to have Webster at the top facilitating. Miller scores. That basket will not count. Well, now the officials will huddle up. That foul is on Luke Fogg. Fogg's first on Noblesville. Lawrence North has yet to shoot a free throw in this game. Noblesville has shot only 5.
Yeah.
Not been a lot of free throws shot in this game, period.
There's just been a lot of deliberate offense, not a lot of attack.
Long three by Baker. He got it again. Oh, my. He was practically sitting in the stands.
Well, he's kept them in it. He's got half of their points.
Ties the game, Davis Baker. 30-30 our score. My goodness.
And now with both teams playing zone, it's going to be a really slow down game. Because you know Noblesville will be patient.
And the ball loose. Quick hands. Squirts out of bounds, and it's Noblesville basketball.
No, it's going to be Lawrence North basketball.
No, excuse me, Lawrence North basketball. The quick hands of Thomas started that chain of events that got the turnover.
Love to see guys on the floor like that going for loose balls.
Cunningham is in, replacing Thomas, who got a nice pat on the back from his coach.
Fine Davis if you're Noblesville. Fine Davis Baker. There he is. And he throws it away.
Curry anticipated and lays it up and in.
His long arms you mentioned. He's hard to throw past at the top of that 2-3 zone. If you don't fake a pass to make a pass, he'll get a deflection on it.
Jump stopping in the lane, goes right back to Miller, and Miller is fouled. Magsman takes the foul. His first, the team's second. Was Miller fouled in the act?
Sure thought he was.
I believe so. So these will be the first free throws of the game for the Millers. or for the Wildcats, excuse me.
Wildcats, yeah.
Brennan Miller will shoot 2. First one's good. Brennan Miller committed to Southern Illinois Edwardsville in the Ohio Valley Conference. Relatively new Division I program. I think they've been D1 since about the mid-20s, 2000s?
Yeah.
2010s?
Yeah.
Probably about 15 years or so.
Yeah.
Ties the game at 32. 8 points for Brennan Miller. Came in averaging 28. And we've got, what's the call? Legal screen?
Offensive foul, I think, is going to be on Magsamen.
Yep, that's indeed the call.
It was a great play. They executed very well. And then in the back, when they backpicked, he was still moving on the screen. So offensive foul.
Second foul, make that the third. Yep, second foul, excuse me. Second foul on Magsamen. Third on Noblesville in the quarter. Lawrence North picked up 4 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the quarter and has been sitting on 4 since. Webster down the baseline. Travel.
Oh.
Ooh. Two minutes to go. We're all tied at 32. Noblesville is led by as much as 7. Lawrence North 5. Lawrence North's lead at 5 was 5-0 early in the game.
Flanagan out, so one less weapon against that zone on the perimeter, shooting-wise at least. Here's the play here for Curry, and the middle's open, the seeker.
Good bounce in, and Curry lost it, or Walker rather lost it.
Great execution.
Right off the hip.
I love that place, great execution. Magsamen set the high screen, what I call the seeker play. Baron Davis was wide open. They can't match to that, and Curry on that side after 2 reversals. But unfortunately for Noblesville, Baron Walker could not make a clean catch of the pass.
Wildcats can grab the lead with a hoop here.
It's the 3rd time they've been tied and come down with a shot to take the lead.
Miller flashes to the elbow and hits.
That time they got it. Got 8.
Brennan Miller to double figures.
Oh, I'm sorry, 10, that's right. He's got 4 in the second half with 2 free throws. High low, high low, high
Curry
low.
fades. Miller got a piece of that. Magsamen tried to redirect it to the rim. Miller's got the rebound. Here comes Webster on the run. Through the lane, got it back on the deflection. And a foul going to the rim on the drive.
I think they got Walker on that.
That's Thomas, or Gilbert rather, on the drive.
3rd foul on Baron Walker.
Yep.
That's a tough one. He tried to move his feet and actually was trying to avoid the contact there.
Shandon Thomas to the line. Shannon Gilbert, excuse me. Shannon Gilbert shoots 2. Played last year at Warren Central. 6'6" sophomore. Knocks it in with 9 points. Had 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists in the opener against Addicts.
Flanagan back in, so Noblesville's got their starters in. We've not seen Duke Carnes at all this 3rd quarter. Started from last year and started the first game for him. Davis Baker's got the call here to start the 3rd quarter. Has played the whole quarter and pretty well, actually.
6-0 run. And Miller over the top to contest that pass, and that's the 4th foul on Miller.
Well, Noblesville really lucky there. That was a bad passing angle that Adam Fine tried to start the offense with, but they got away with it. Baron Walker's going to shoot a pair of free throws here.
It's the 5th team foul, so both teams are out of fouls. Actually, Noblesville has a foul to give. Actually, they're at 4, so they're out of fouls to give as well. Walker shoots 2. First one's around and out.
Stepped off the line just a hair bit when he shot it, so you're not going to get the favorable bounce on that one.
So Miller has to take a seat with 4 fouls. Trey Cunningham is back in. Actually, Britton Thomas is back in to replace Miller. Walker's second free throw is good.
That one looked good the whole way. So Walker would sit down with 3 fouls here. No need to pick up a foul or even be around the foul with 32 seconds to go.
That stops a little 6-0 burst by the Wildcats that allowed Lawrence North to grab the lead.
Yeah, I think they'll probably wait for one if they can.
The idea is to take the lead into the fourth quarter.
Noblesville's not going to press the issue defensively. Down 3.
Webster dribbling it down at the arc.
Find Davis Baker.
In the corner, Gilbert. Got
it!
Shannon Gilbert with a huge 3 from the corner. And the Wildcats take a 6-point lead as it's a 15-7 Wildcat advantage in quarter number 3. 39-33 our score, Lawrence North on top as we head to what should be a very interesting final 8 minutes around the bend next. We'll step out and be right back. You're watching the Sneakers for Santa Shootout on the ISC Sports Network.
What's in a name? What's in a name? Ed Martin Automotive Group, the only name you need to know.
Rob Brown, Pete Smith, back with you. 39-33 the score. Lawrence North with the lead and the ball. Davis Baker leading all scorers with 15 points. Justin Curry has 12 to pace Noblesville.
That was a great third quarter, Rob, by Lawrence North, because they did not score in transition as much, but they were patient and got good looks against the zone. They hit, 3 threes in the quarter. Got fouled, drew, made 4-4 at the line. Excellent third quarter by LN. That's almost a travel.
Lawrence North got the 3 by Shannon Gilbert to close the quarter and then had the arrow, so gets the ball to start the fourth. The best case scenario. Baker with a long one off the front of the rim.
That probably would have forced Noblesville to come out of that zone if he makes that one. They go up 9. They probably would have had to play man there. I tell you, the switching zone too. LN switched to 1-3-1 there, and there's that play for Curry. Can't hit it though, and there's no weak side board. So Davis did a great job hustling, but he can't keep it in bounds. That's a great overload look. If you've seen that play before, the overload's great on the right side, but there's no offensive rebounding built in on the left side. We had a foul though on the play.
Yeah, Davis Baker called for the foul.
A late call. Wow.
Take a look.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're.
Maybe the little forearm to the back. That's the third foul on Baker.
One more pass. There you go.
Walker from the corner. 3 rattled out. And Trey Cunningham clears it away.
Great look. Let's see if they can get one in transition. Nope, Noblesville got back, sets up their zone.
Webster.
Now they're playing man. Okay. Well, now they're back to 2-3. They've got a high post in it. The high post guy last time matched with a cutter through.
Thomas finds Cunningham. Pass deflected.
Oh, bad pass.
Now here comes Curry. As the Millers trail by 6. Fine leaves for Walker. Got it.
There.
You just had a feeling one of those was going to go for Walker at some point. Too many good looks for them not to go. And that cuts the lead in half. Millers trail by 3. Webster to Thomas on the wing. Thomas lost the handle and a foul called on Magsman.
Yeah, that gives Derek, that's his father, I'm sorry, Brennan Miller a chance to check in at the buzzer.
Miller's going to play with 4. 4 fouls for Miller.
Yeah, it seems kind of early to me since you've got a lead. I'd almost hold the ball against that zone and let some more clock run out. They turned it over to the last time down before that foul called. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And there's a foul. Grabbed his jersey. He has his jersey the whole time. I was waiting for the referee to get in position to see it. Foul on Curry.
That's Curry's second, team second.
I mean, I'm telling you that's a handful to try to guard Cam Webster. So quick, lightning quick.
Webster cut off. Elbow jumper by Thomas is short.
Not the shot they wanted. It wasn't a clean open look. He faded back a little bit. Traveled. No, timeout. Okay. I thought he almost gathered himself and traveled. Yeah.
Timeout called by Noblesville. Full timeout call. We'll keep it here. Let's do 5:45 to go. Noblesville with the basketball, trailing by 3. Well, the MSD of Lawrence Township embodies educational excellence, unlocking the full potential of every student they serve. Where innovation meets tradition, students excel in welcoming safe, state-of-the-art facilities. Boasting a 95% graduation rate, Lawrence Township's honors programs, career pathways, and dual credit opportunities prepare future leaders and workers. On the court and in the arts, state champion students excel, driven by ambition and community spirit. Enroll now in Lawrence Township, your destination for a brighter future.
I love watching the huddles as we have the camera panned out. These are two outstanding coaching staffs. Scott McClellan added Mike Adams, the outstanding retired coach from Evansville, to go along with Matt Fine. I call him Red.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you've got the LN bench, which you've got Jim Etherington on that bench, Brandon Sorrell, got Jared Good, former college head coach. Now the timeout, Curry misses a 12-footer, but double dribble.
Wow.
Man. For as good a third quarter as LN had, they have done nothing here at the start here in the first 2+ minutes of this fourth quarter positive. The good news is they got Miller back in the game, but he does have 4 fouls, and maybe a little bit too early. He's got to be a little less aggressive with 4 fouls because you're going to need him down the stretch.
There's still 5.5 minutes to go in a one-possession game.
Boy, they've really extended that zone right now. Get someone on the baseline there. There's your roll.
Curry in the corner, 3 for the tie, long. Gilbert easily secures the rebound. No white shirts in the area.
Noblesville stays in the zone. See what Coach Giffen wants to do here. Moving Davis to that left side. Davis Baker's been great on that left side shooting 3.
Webster wants a 3, long with it.
Good block out there by Magsman, and a foul on Baker. Coming back, yeah.
And that's Baker's 4th. So Davis Baker, who's hit 5 threes in the game and is the leading scorer for the Wildcats. Baker's playing with 4.
No, wait a minute.
And Miller is playing with 4. Inadvertent horn at the bench.
Okay.
Well, Baron Walker's 3 has been the only points scored in this quarter by either team. And now Lawrence North wants a timeout. So we'll keep it here. Well, Unranked Hoops is partnering with Indy Heat Gym Rats, Indiana's only Nike EYBL AAU basketball program. Unranked Hoops is dedicated to building a better way to do youth basketball through a series of skill development programs and Indy's first Euro-style basketball academy. Inside the walls of the newly renovated Unranked Hoops Factory in Indianapolis, Unranked will provide opportunities for both boys and girls youth hoopers to learn the skills needed for long-term development and success. checked out unranked.com, that's UNRNKD, for more information and sign up to their email list for updates. That's unranked.com.
They have updated. That building is beautiful. Really excited for Matt Glitko and his crew there. LN stays in the 1-3 out of the timeout. Middle will be open.
Lawrence North has yet to score here in the period, but clinging to a 3-point lead.
There Curry finds the middle.
Magsman on the baseline, pass deflected right to Flanagan for 3, long. And Gilbert up to get the rebound. Baker in the corner for 3, fouled, and he got it. Oh, the heater stays hot. My goodness.
What a game off the bench, so he did start the second half. Davis Baker.
Oh.
There's the extra pass. Gets him just enough in the body that he drew the foul. 4-point opportunity here. 6 threes in the game for Davis Baker.
6 threes off the bench. Flanagan takes the foul, and Baker completes the 4-point play. 7-point. Curry trying to answer, and it kicks off the rim. Bounced 4 times, Fine tried to save it. Curry could not get the roll. Lawrence North has its biggest lead of the game.
Just wondering, when is he just going to pull him out and make him play man? No need to hurry. Curry
and
makes
Curry
another
again
steal.
with another pick-6 steal and a layup.
That's what happens.
Curry has 5 field goals, and 3 of them have been just of that nature. Anticipating a passing lane, jumping it, and taking it the other way for a layup. In the corner for 3. Got it.
That's huge.
That time it's Thomas for 3. That's the 9th 3 of the game for the Wildcats.
His first basket of the game. Yeah, Webster.
And Webster gambled. He knew he gambled and tried to pull his body backwards, did Webster, but had committed too much. And Webster's first foul, team second.
Pretty good gamble. He just didn't make the steal. Don't mind the aggressiveness here in this 1-3-1. You can't stop playing.
The lead is 8, 3 minutes to go. Cross-court pass to Fine. Bounce to Curry. Across the paint to Magsman. Good find. Magsman lays it in and a foul. Magsman has 8.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. He's been on the weak side boards. When he's gotten the ball in the offensive flow, he's been able to get a couple good looks here.
Foul goes to Gilbert, his first.
Only a sophomore.
Free throw good. Thomas in the corner. Baker again. No way!
Way.
7 3-pointers for Davis Baker.
Well, when they get a chance to take transition, they're going to take those shots, leading or not, I think.
3's missed.
That was too quick.
Davis Baker running to the corner, wants it again. Why not? Oh my. Walker for 3. Around and off. Fine flew in, got the rebound, and is fouled by Thomas. And the Wildcats are over the limit. That's, by my count, that's 5 team fouls.
Yep, mine too. So Adam Fine will go to the line. 4 Millers have scored this afternoon. Adam Fine is the lone starter who's not had a point on the board yet.
Davis Baker has hit 7 3-pointers off the bench.
But technically, he wasn't off the bench the second half. He started the second half.
He started this, yes.
Yeah.
Started the second half.
Yeah, Duke
but
Carnes.
began the game as a reserve. And Davis Baker has been on the heater of heaters this afternoon. Fine knocks in both free throws. It's a 6-point game. It's still a 2-possession game, and there's still 2:13 to go. We'll keep it here. Full timeout called by Lawrence North. Well, today's game is brought to us by Ed Martin Automotive Group. When it comes to your next car, Ed Martin is the only name you need to know. Find out more at edmartin.com. Ed Martin is always proud to support the Lawrence North Wildcats. Lawrence North. Next game will be the township rivalry game against Lawrence Central on Wednesday night. Always a full house for that one. That's always a fire marshal at the door to count heads and turn folks away.
ISC has done that game many years, and it's been a good one.
That's Wednesday night at Lawrence Central. Get your tickets early for that one. And then I think you're on the call Friday night for the Noblesville Carmel game.
Yeah.
That's the next game for the Millers on Friday night at the Eric Clark Activity Center.
Also an interesting, coming back on Saturday, Lawrence North will take on Princeton, who we saw play earlier today. Princeton making the trip up on a Saturday afternoon to play at Lawrence North.
And Princeton clearly likes the team they have because they've expanded their schedule and trying to challenge themselves, looking at a way to enhance their schedule, thinking we got a shot to be the team that gets out of the 3A South.
They had a great team last year, too. They lost in that semi-state. I was on the call at Southport on that semi-state game.
Yep.
Just didn't shoot it very well. Is that regional or semi-state? That's semi-state.
Semi-state, yep. Fine gave the foul. That's the 4th on Noblesville, so the next foul will put Lawrence North in the bonus.
So Noblesville's first man-to-man defensive segment the second half.
Miller jump stopping through the lane, puts it up and in.
And that plays into Miller's hands. He's much more effective against a man.
And Gilbert commits the foul. 1:48 left.
Yeah, Curry's pretty darn good at the line too, so that's the guy you pretty much don't want to foul.
No.
But also you don't want to give him a good look because he's such a great shooter. Curry with 15 points as he steps up to the line here.
First one up and in.
Fogg comes back in. So they've got more of a man-to-man pressing defensive team with Luke Fogg coming in replacing Magsamen. Small lineup for the Millers.
Second one good. Timeout called by Scott McClellan. Well, we've got 1:48 to go, but we're going to go ahead and hand out our player of the game because I think we know who it's going to be. It's going to be Davis Baker with 7 threes off the bench. 1 3 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and 2 here in the fourth. Many of them have been of the corner 3 variety, and many of them, Pete, as you've seen in this highlight package that our Jordan Shue has put together, have been off of assists from Cam Webster.
Right, Webster's racking up the assist here. That one that time was
that
from
came
Britton
from
Thomas.
Britton Thomas.
Yeah.
As did that one too.
But he just spots up real well. Only a sophomore. I thought he was going to be a key player on this team last year. We did a lot of Lawrence North games in the past, and with Duke Carnes not playing here in the second half, he has just been the key player from the perimeter. I'll tell you, he's had good complimentary baskets, though. Shandon Gilbert has made a couple also.
Well, our player of the game is brought to us by LD Smith Plumbing, the big dog of the game. LD Smith Plumbing is the big dog of sewers and drains at LD Smith Plumbing and Drains. They know a thing or two about getting dirty and keeping things flowing. Hats off tonight to the big dog, Davis Baker, for leading the charge.
Oh, quick steal by Fogg.
Fogg steals it out of the timeout. Curry's there, threw it over the rim, and Miller is fouled on the rebound.
Boy, they had a good opportunity there, Noblesville. Fogg with a steal. But Curry cannot convert. Good job by Miller just holding his ground with 4 fouls, and Curry tried to shoot over him without drawing any contact.
And that foul going to Flanagan, his second. Miller shoots 2. Both teams are over the foul limit the rest of the way. Miller's first free throw too strong.
First miss of the contest after 3 attempts at the line. Here's his 4th attempt of the evening.
Second one good.
It started as an afternoon game. Now we're in the evening.
We are in the evening. That's true.
Sticking to the 1-3-1, almost like a 1-2-2 now, not trapping out of it.
Curry on the baseline, and Miller can't collect it. 52-45.
Job by Baron Walker, setting his team before he took the ball from the official. Get him in the right place.
Fogg backs it out. Now Walker, 3 from the corner. Off the front rim. Ricochets back to Walker. Walker to the bucket, put it in. Noblesville does have 2 timeouts remaining. We play on to the other end.
15 for Walker now in that basket, and foul's going to be on Walker.
That's Walker's 4th. 5-point game.
There's still a ton of time left with 1:10 to go. So free throws are going to be crucial, and our player of the game, our big dog player of the game, has a chance to extend this LN lead with a pair of free throws.
Davis Baker is 1 for 1 from the line. Make it 2 out of 2. One more for Davis Baker, who has 23 points in the game, make it 24. 9 points here in the quarter. 54-47. Curry for 3, and it caroms up and hits the clock above the rim. Out of bounds. Back to the Wildcats. Miller into the forecourt.
Good job of getting out of that trap. When you got those 2 guys trapping there. Skip
Thomas,
pass.
Skip, deflected out. Oh, last touched by Gilbert.
Not arguing about it either. Just must have grazed his arm a little bit there.
Chris Giffen reminding his team just to be strong with the ball. Got a 3-possession lead here.
Meet
tells
all
his
passes.
team.
Yeah, meet all passes.
Fine down the baseline, drive and swing. Walker dribbles into a 3, around and off. Tapped up, no, by Curry. Thomas is fouled as he throws it ahead with 36 seconds to go.
Well, you can't say the Millers didn't have chances here the last couple minutes. LN's not been extremely great holding on to the basketball. A missed defensive rebound by Miller, a turnover on press play. But overall, they've done a really good job of nailing free throws and taking good shots in the second half.
2 shots for Britton Thomas. First one up and in. Second one good as well. Wildcats have missed just 1 free throw here in the quarter. 56-47.
Nice job of Gilbert. When I say that, Noblesville runs the sideline break where they try to get Curry a quick 3, or you're going to guard Baron Walker. Well, Gilbert got in between both of them and knocked the ball out of bounds to get his teammates a chance to get back on defense. And he does a nice job guarding the ball here, too, out of bounds.
Gilbert almost got the steal. Lawrence North 7 of 8 from the line here in the 4th. Into Curry.
Good looking soft.
Fades over Miller and hits. Timeout call by Noblesville with 28 seconds to go. 56-49 our score. Full timeout. We'll keep it here. Again, our next game, Louisville Male and Pike, will tip just after 6:30. And then following that game, Mount Vernon and Fishers will wrap up the night. Greg Rakestraw and Bill Finland will take you home for the final 2 games. We've enjoyed bringing you the middle 3. Princeton Charlestown began the morning with a 68-54 Princeton win. Plainfield defeated New Albany 75-65. Brownsburg topped Liberty Christian 68-46, and Cathedral beat South Bend St. Joe 78-71. It's a good win for Lawrence North.
Quick trap here by Noblesville. Still time, but quick trap here by Noblesville, or you got to give a foul. See if LN throws it long, too. Nope, they're not going to. Going to try to get to Miller, their senior leader, and he gets rid of it, so he can't get fouled.
Gilbert will put it down with two hands. 14 for Shannon Gilbert. Fine down the lane. Kicks to Flanagan for three off the back of the rim. Tap back out to Walker.
Short.
Walker's three is short. Curry puts it up, puts it in, draws the foul.
Brennan Miller, you know better than that as a senior.
And Miller has fouled out.
Not going to matter, but still, that's a good lesson for Coach Giffen to give to him, is that you know better than that. Give up the 2 points. We're under 10 seconds to go, and he fouls out with 13 points. The 6'6" senior. Maybe 6'7"?
Maybe 6'7".
I'm looking on the roster, 6'7". I've always concerned about 6'6", but.
One shot for Curry, that's missed. And Thomas will walk it across the line, and that will do it. So Lawrence North, with a 15-7 third quarter, grabs control of the game and then holds Brownsburg off down the stretch, or holds Noblesville off down the stretch, I should say, to win this game by the score of 58-51. Davis Baker, the man of the hour, with 7 3-pointers off the game, or for the game, on his way to 24 points off the bench. Pete, some final thoughts on this one.
Well, I think both these teams are going to get better as the season goes on. A little bit surprised the Millers off to a 1-3 start, but they've lost to 3 quality opponents. When I say that, they've got to find another scoring option. Magsman had 9 for him today, but when Curry and Walker just aren't getting clean looks, who's going to step up and be that third scorer? Meanwhile, Lawrence North got to be happy. That's a quality win to beat a top 10 team in Noblesville, and a great job by Davis Baker, who did not start but finished with 24 points.
Noblesville drops to 1-3. Lawrence North improves to 2-0. Our next game again will begin right after 6:30. Louisville Male, one of the top public school powers in Kentucky, taking on Indianapolis Pike. This game has been a presentation of the ISC Sports Network. I'm Rob Brown. I want to thank our great crew, Charlie Hammock and Jordan Shue, for my partner, Pete Smith, and our entire ISC Sports crew. Thank you so much for watching. Again, our final, Lawrence North defeats Noblesville by the score of 58-51. Come back with us at 6:30, just after 6:30. Greg Rakestraw and Bill Finland will be with you the rest of the way. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, so long, everybody.